All right, beautiful ones. Does anyone else want their future and even like the present to look different than the past? I'm talking about money. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about relationship with family. I'm talking about home. I'm talking about career, job. Anyone want things better in the future than they have been? Anyone stuck? So let me explain often why we're stuck. Imagine a car, right? Imagine a car that's been driving on the highway and it's been like on a long going, maybe a country road, right? Or interstate road that's just going and going and going and going. It's going straight. It's been going straight. The scenery looks the same. They keep going straight, right? If you jump out the car, you're driving the car, you jump out the car is going to continue going straight for some while. Why? Because the car is on a momentum tunnel. There's a momentum and it's going to keep going. So this is what is happening to a lot of us. We're on a momentum tunnel. And the momentum are three things, right? It's what's happened to us in our lives. It's the childhood trauma or the childhood griefs or, the bullying or any of the stuff that's happened to us all of our lives, right? The heartbreaks, the first love, all that stuff, right? All that is part of our momentum tunnel. The other thing that is in our momentum tunnel is the ancestral trauma. Trauma lives in the DNA. Scientists have proven, this is not woo-woo stuff, have proven up to 14 generations. So think about what your ancestors were going through 14 generations ago. For a lot of us, that is really, really, really hard stuff. I know I've been shown visions of some of my ancestry from my indigenous ancestry in Mexico, and what I've been shown was just horrific slaughter, murder, rape, all that kind of stuff, right? So what happens when something really hard happens? Well, it gets shoved down because it's too traumatic to deal with it. Like the person just kind of checks out, right? Some of these things were so hard that if we watch them right now, we couldn't see it. So this is the trauma that has been passed on and it's showing up. So those patterns are part of the momentum tunnel, the ancestral trauma. And they show up in our patterns. Do you have patterns in your family, right? Look at your family. Is there a pattern of depression, anxiety, disease? It could be cancer, diabetes, any of this stuff, right? Heartbreak, grief, death in a certain kind of way. Like, what are the patterns, right? A lot of this is indicative of the ancestral trauma. So you have your own personal stuff, you have your ancestral stuff, and then the third thing is you have your past lives, right? So, say in your past life, abandonment is in your issue, right? There's core wounds that live in your luminous energy field. All right, beautiful ones. So, this is the stuff that can be harder to get to, right? This is the stuff that a lot of times regular therapy doesn't get to. This is stuff that lives in the luminous energy field. For example, if abandonment is one of your core wounds in your energy field, what happens if you don't heal it this lifetime? Well, when it's time for you to go, your body is going to stop breathing and it's going to die, right? But your spirit's going to live on, and that includes your energy field. Your energy field continues in a different realm, right? So the core wound imprint is still going to be there. So sometimes we feel like we're really stuck and it can be really hard to process through because we're like, oh my goodness, it's too much. Well, it's because this has been a repeating pattern. I know when I've had my stuff done with some of my spiritual friends and over and over, Bird, oh my goodness, you've been through so much hard stuff in past lives, so much abandonment. Oh my goodness, right? So then it's showing up in this lifetime, and there's momentum around it. This is why it can be hard to change. So how do we change it? Well, the number one thing that I think is so important, and I'll go into more practical things another time, but I think this is the seed, the most important, is understanding that you are in this momentum tunnel from these three areas, and you can quantum leap that, right? You can change directions at any time. Let me repeat that. You can change directions at any time. You can quantum leap. You can leap out the momentum tunnel. Whoosh. This is the stuff when I talk about a long life's journey, come to a great chasm, jump. It's not as wide as you think. A lot of times those chasms come and something calls us because we're wanting to leap. So the momentum tunnel, when you're on that tunnel, your past looks like your present, and it's going to look like your future because you're on this tunnel. So this is how your life is probably going to continue. But it doesn't include the possibilities. There are so many different possibilities. We are only beginning to understand how amazing we are, the connection we have with spirit, how we can transform things. Like, the possibilities are endless, beautiful souls. So the number one thing to start changing these things, the number one thing is believing. Believing that you can jump. You can have a quantum leap. You can quantum leap your life. There are so many examples of human beings that have done this. And you get to be one of them. You get to quantum leap your life. I'm Bird Mejia, Heart Shaman, Intuitive Healer. I will talk in more videos on some practical ways, like change your subconscious pattern, working on your luminous energy field. And if you need some work on your luminous energy field, you can contact me. That's some of the work I do. But I will continue. But right now, first, I want to plant in you the seeds of belief. Come on, beautiful ones. Let's quantum leap. Quantum leap your life. You deserve it. You deserve it. Sending light and love. I love you. Remember how beautiful and powerful and amazing you are. There is no one in the world like you. And see, the light is coming right now when I'm saying that. It's because the light's reminding you right now. It's saying, you're beautiful and powerful. You got this. You can quantum leap this. You got this.